Hi, my name is Ryan Jacobs, and first of all, welcome to all my new subscribers. I recently passed 1,000 on this channel, so thank you so much for watching. I'm here talking about analog photography and printmaking. Normally I'd be out in the field, but it's been pretty rainy here in California, and so I thought I'd do a little something different today. I'm entering the Palo Alto Camera Club year-end competition, and I'm allowed 7 prints in some different categories. And I wanted to just show you the work that I've made that I think is my best of the year. I think it would be instructive to hear a little bit about the artistic side rather than just the technical side. So the first one is this one right here. And this is my only entry into what's called the creative category. I held a prism in front of the lens. This is a medium format capture. I think it's like f2.8. I also used, that blurring effect of the prism, which does not cover the hand. And so the hand is in super sharp focus. So she was wearing this sort of bone themed top. You can kind of see it blurred in the background, and it just has this haunting sort of deathly feeling, but also invitational at the same time. This is one of my favorite images of the year, and that's going in the creative competition. So the next two are going to be in what's called the monochrome category. So all my images are in black and white, but the monochrome category is specifically only for black and white images. So I thought I'd pick a couple that really emphasize form. I just love the curve of the piano and how it goes right with the curve of the tree. It's got this beautiful range of tones. I had to do a little burning in of the highlights down at the bottom here. This road, this pathway, and whatever this thing on the dolly is. Yeah, this is a great looking image. And then here is the next one. And both of these images, by the way, this one and the last one, were taken at Flower Piano in Golden Gate Park, which is an annual event where they bring in pianos to the botanical gardens and they put them all around for people to play. This one was a really sparkly piano. And there's a great tonal range like right in there from dark to light on the piano. And then one of the performers had hung his scarf right over the piano. I made a video about this actually where there was just like, I called it a hint of a person in the image. There wasn't much to do here except maybe dodge a little bit in the center, and I burned the umbrella at the top just a little bit. But other than that, it's a pretty good negative. So also medium format capture. Okay, so the next two are going in the portrait category, and they are both platinum prints. This one is Frances. She is a classmate of mine. She brought this wardrobe. It's a Filipina dress outfit. She wanted to be photographed in that. So we had this lighting slightly from the bottom. It just sort of made her look majestic and regal, I think, with the outfit. And I really love her hands here. She just sort of did that naturally, but I saw it and I asked her to just hold that there. And it's just this very serene pose, very poised pose. And I really love the lighting on this image. I think it's really beautiful. So that's Frances. And this next one is also a student at De Anza who I'm keeping anonymous for this photo because there's kind of an interesting story. Apparently her image is not really on the internet or on social media anywhere, and that's kind of how I wanted to take the photo, as sort of commentary on photography. I also think it's just a really nice portrait in general, how there's all these things facing different ways. You can see the texture of the leather jacket. I really like the little pearl hair binder here. So there's a lot of details that make this really nice. And then I have 2 more for the open category. And these are going to be smaller prints. This one is the first one I actually have mounted, so hopefully all of them are going to be like that soon, except for the platinum prints, which I'm going to mount differently. This guy is another one from Flower Piano. He's the piano tuner. This was taken on a big old medium format camera that's very loud. This is my Mamiya RZ67, but he did not hear me at all. He was so focused on his work, even though I was right up close to him. Yeah, you can just see that intensity, and it's focused right on the little piano tuning tool that he has. I just think this is such a cool portrait. His hat makes it too. Look at that hat. Finally, my last one. I might print this bigger, but I actually think it's kind of nice small. It feels very intimate. Little puppy kiss. So this is my cousin and her Dalmatian, and they came to visit us earlier this year, and I just think it's such a sweet moment. Plus it's in the middle of the redwoods, so it says something about a visit to California. Speaking of which, I feel like a lot of these, what they have in common is some sort of meaning. And when I think about, not just a good photograph, but what I want to enter into a competition, often I'm thinking of stories that I can tell about the image. So last thing, I've got another project coming up. Next time you see me, I'll probably be either out in the fields again, or at least inside taking pictures. Maybe on a large format camera, maybe on the medium format, and maybe I'll do a little of both. So definitely, if you're a new subscriber, stay tuned so I can tell you all about that project. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to like this video and then subscribe to this channel. See you next time.